But yeah, so anyway, technically, a T-Rex could have owned an iPhone before or on the timeline there. He would have had an iPhone sooner than being able to kill or destroy a Stegosaurus.
Do you think he would enjoy the iPhone more or
No,
less?
I mean, could his arm? No, his arms wouldn't be able to. Like, they're short. He could hold it in one, but I don't know how.
There'd be like a bunch of pissed off T-Rexes because they
They're
can't
already pissed
reach their
off.
phone.
Yeah, now they're just like, now I can't make my 12 o'clock booty call.
I would have rather killed that Stegosaurus. Sent me back in time.
Probably, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, on the timeline, they could have
Makes
had
sense.
an iPhone. Welcome back to We'll Say It For You. I'm your host, Tyler.
I'm Max.
And we reached out to a couple other sponsors. They've told us to promptly go fuck ourselves. Jelly Belly, I'm going for next because I have a giant bag of jelly beans here.
They're gonna ask you if you shoved a whole bag up your ass.
I have not, but if that's what they want me to do, there's a good possibility. These are delicious. Except pear. Fuck pear and fuck cinnamon.
Really?
Yeah.
Cinnamon's
No, because I don't like Big Red. If you don't chew Big Red, fuck you.
I fucks with cinnamon though.
Don't do it. I can't do it.
I like Big Red.
Well, when I come across them, I still eat them, but I'm not happy about it.
Just being picky at that point.
I'm really not. Have you seen me? I'm not a picky person.
That's true. I got the Krispy Kreme Jelly Bellies.
Yeah.
Let down.
Krispy Kreme's kind of overrated.
I enjoy it.
They're overrated.
I would say Yum Yum's better, but I do like Krispy Kreme.
Exactly. But the problem is Yum Yums isn't, it's not a large franchise.
Yeah.
It's like this area.
We got to push for that.
Maybe I should see if Yum Yums would not. They can't play this in the morning when people are getting their coffee going to work. They'd be like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah, can I get 2 large donuts and then they hear us talking about fucking OnlyFans in the background?
I'm like, I'm going to have to check that out.
These guys sound very interesting.
Check out Belle Delphine. She stopped selling bathwater and she's now selling nudes. Or Bad Baby. You sick fuck.
Can you imagine that? You're getting your coffee in the morning and all you hear is, or Bad Baby, you sick fuck.
Yeah, and like, and I hope guilt washes over that man.
And the man's just in the drive-thru.
He's like, you know what?
White knuckling that steering.
He's like, maybe I'm not gonna get the donuts.
I'm just gonna leave.
Just the coffee today is fine. Yeah, can I get some extra napkins? Is it because you're gonna cry? Like, no, maybe.
Probably gonna cry. See, that's we were talking about if the U.S. switched over to driving on the left hand.
I think they should do it.
Can you imagine? So, like, that situation, you would know that person was crying due to the abundance of wet napkins in the passenger seat. But you would be able to judge people based off of the abundance of whatever is laying in their car.
Well, I mean, I have tinted windows, so
yeah. Well,
I could be rubbing one out. They'd be like, I don't know what he's doing.
Maybe
he's cleaning his glasses.
He's been in there forever.
Yeah. Why is it so steamy? What are you okay? Like, I'm fine.
Honestly, because if we didn't switch over the drive-thrus, this is what we were talking about. Just Taco Bell just would not invest the money, and they'd just be launching that shit into.
Yep, they would have. I guarantee there'd be a commercial for it too, where they're like, "Oh, our new patented food delivery service." And it's just a giant fucking slingshot.
Just come in and get Baja blasted.
Yeah. You ain't drinking it. It's an enema this time.
You imagine walking past the car in a parking lot though, and there's just Taco Bell sauce packets.
You can't tell if it's Taco Bell or diarrhea.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a win-win.
So we were talking about time travel. Obviously, dinosaurs were a little bit closer, or T-Rexes at least were a little bit closer to iPhones and Stegosauruses.
Yeah.
Which made me think, what if we were to be able to go back in time, do certain things?
Okay. And look, I agree. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But I have seen all 3 Back to the Futures. And Biff's kind of a dick, dude. Like, he turned Hill Valley into like the fucking D-list of Las Vegas's. Like, it was terrible. There was Marty stepped in poop that was just on the street. I'm pretty sure it was left by that homeless guy.
It's just bad luck at that
It's
point.
not good. And
well, there's always going to be douchebags that are going to do some stuff.
I agree, but okay. So like, if we look at it at more of like a fun level, It'd be great. You could fuck with people consistently, you know?
I just think I think it would become like a pastime for us, almost. Like you'd be like, "Hey,
You have like a yearly we could turn it into a yearly reward show, right? Where it's just like who fucked with a political figure the most
yeah,
from the past, you know? Because it's almost like the player haters ball from Chappelle.
yeah, yeah."
And like what could some there's so many examples, but we have to be careful because some are very controversial.
Could you imagine like going back and like correcting Bush on all his sayings?
Or proving like what if someone went back and actually proved that he did 9/11?
It'd be fucking wild. Dude, that would set a tone, but
That
that would
was set a
fuck
tone.
with
But
yeah.
as far as having fun
But
with it,
just correcting him, like when he says "fool me once,
yeah,
shame on you, fool me, you can't get fooled again."
can't get fooled again.
And then you just went up and whispered in his ear, and you're like, "Hey man,
Fool me
fool me,
twice. Shame on
shame on
me.
you." Yeah, like just you might want to correct yourself there, George.
I was like, hold on, my bad. Or when the attack happened, flip the book. Wasn't it upside down?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
but
no. Oh yeah, I think it was
I'm pretty sure the book was
because I
upside
made fun
down.
of him in Scary Movie for it, right?
Yeah.
Um, but I can't.
I'm sorry. We might have mukbang going on because I am eating jelly beans. I don't give a fuck right now. It was
Yeah,
that
just
black licorice? That's gross.
okay. So you just said that the cinnamon is disgusting.
Black licorice is the
But
worst. I'll eat cinnamon. I won't even touch black licorice.
okay, okay.
Don't fucking
Just
attack me.
I'm attacking you.
This is
Just
my house.
I'm picking you
Oh,
apart.
roundhouse your ass.
You come in here and disrespect me like that?
You like black licorice? You want it?
No, no. I absolutely like despise black licorice.
It's terrible.
It's garbage.
I fucking love
Get rid of
jelly
it.
beans, dude. They're so good.
But no. So I mean, just think about some of the stuff we do. Would you bring
Would.
things back from the past? Because like I know I would.
We talked about
100%.
it.
Yeah.
I would. Now, pardon me, I would take stuff back. I would show them how to operate it, how to turn things on or off,
And
but I
then just
wouldn't
leave.
tell them what it was for.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'd be like, here's like, dude, you take back like a vibrator. Like, check this out. Right?
Turns on and off
I'd
right
go
here.
back in 48 hours
See what
and be
they're
like,
using it
okay,
for?
so what do you think it's for? Right?
And they're like, well, we've been using it to beat these eggs.
Yeah. And I'm
Sure as
like,
well.
you know what? Sure.
Whatever you want.
And then, but then, okay, so then that's fine because then now vibrators don't exist. They think that they're egg beaters. So then we create the vibrator, the sex toy,
And
and we
then
become rich.
okay.
And then we can buy more random shit and take it
Just
back
keep-
again.
keep
I'm
going.
not saying do it for money's purposes, but it's like we make our money and then we just fuck around with it after that.
Fuck around at the time.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying too. If you can imagine just taking back to like just old wars.
Yeah, like modern weapons.
Yeah.
But would you show them how to operate it?
Yeah. I mean,
Would you though?
I would show them like, here's how it shoots.
Right, but would you
That's
show
all
them
I'm
how to
saying.
load it?
No.
Like, here's more ammo. Figure it the fuck out.
Yeah. You're on your own. Like I'll show you. Here's your safety
What's
and
that, a
here's your
musket,
trigger.
you fucking loser? Honestly, I'd go back. I would want to be a pirate for a week.
That'd be cool.
Like, I want to be on Blackbeard's ship. Let's go pillage, dude. What kind of gold we got? Let's just get shit-faced drunk.
Like this isn't even good gold. What is this?
My
What
luck,
kind
I'd pick a shitty week for them. They'd be like, yeah, we're not even, we're still 8 days out from our,
of-
from
Hey,
our
guess what?
goal.
We're just all we're doing this week is sailing.
Yeah, there's really nothing going on, man.
You want to drink?
I'd be like, yeah, sure.
You could tend the
I'm
sails.
like, I'll
for a
come
little
back
bit.
another time. I'm like, what do you mean? And I just disappear. They're like, what the fuck?
That would
But here's the
fuck their
thing. No, but
minds
they would have
up.
scurvy anyway. So they'd be all fucked up in the head and they'd be like,
Man, I'm really tripping.
where'd he go? And then I just show up a week later and they're like, oh, okay, so I guess I'm not crazy.
Just imagine showing up in like the 1890s in like a shirt, just like a plain
Jeans,
t-shirt,
yeah,
and jeans.
just hanging out. And they're torn and they're like, you need new pants. I'm like, no, I bought them like this. I'm
Yeah,
like, what do you fucking mean you bought them like that?
And then you're like, by the way, I paid $70 for this pair of ripped jeans.
I would take them Jello, but they probably have Jello because I just want their input. Like, "What do you guys think about Jello? It sucks, right?"
We're like, actually, that's a main staple of
It's
our
great. I'm
diet.
like, "I'm writing you off."
Yeah, yeah. Get out of my face, please. Um,
Or Velveeta.
Imagine like going back to like the Titanic and being like, hey,
Better make sure you can get out.
I brought you these thermal
So how are we
blankets.
okay, but how are we traveling? So this is important because Back to the Future, you needed a DeLorean that got to well, you didn't need a DeLorean, but you needed a vehicle that got to 88 miles an hour, which in all reality, let's talk about that real quick. Getting a DeLorean up to 88 miles an hour with
Well,
all
that was the
that
point.
added weight, with all the added weight in the fucking mall parking lot, physically impossible.
Well, that's the point. The point is it's like next to impossible.
I get that. It would have broken down.
Yeah.
But
Well, I like to think that if we do develop time travel, it'll be cool.
okay, but like that's what I'm saying. What
Like
is
okay, so like
how are we traveling? Like
so
what
like
would your
Stewie in Family Guy, right?
right?
He's got the pad.
Okay.
Like step on the
What if
pad.
it gets damaged? Just like Stewie, and we're on the Titanic. We're dead. We don't get to go back and just be like, I was there. He could have fit on that
Well, I'm
fucking
bringing a gun,
he
so
could
like,
have fit on the fucking door. This is
well,
bullshit.
I'm bringing a gun, and they tell me I'm not allowed on that life raft. Somebody's getting popped.
But the point is you're not gonna be able to get back anyway. You are now stuck there for the rest of your life.
I'll find something.
No, you won't. No, you fucking won't.
Bring some spare parts on. Yeah, I get what you're saying. What, or like
We need to get it to a point where we can have a microchip installed in us, just like with the COVID vaccine, you know?
microchip us.
Yeah, microchip me up, baby.
I was actually just looking at those on TikTok too.
Microchips?
Well, there's like a guy that makes these like implants for your hand,
Okay.
and you can set them to like open drawers. Like you can have a safe.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know what
So
I'm
it
talking
only
about.
syncs to you. That's pretty cool.
But he has that, so like you and your partner can get one that match to like
That's cute.
you guys can open things. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't trust that though.
But he also has one that's just a magnet for like inside your hand.
Yeah.
So you can like if you're working on things, you just like plop them on your hand. Like I don't want one that opens things because it just
You
seems
just want a
inconvenient.
magnet.
I just want a magnet.
You just want to be Wolverine.
I just want to
Give me adamantium skeleton. That's what I want.
I just want
I'll
to
be
like
fat Wolverine.
go dig on the beach and like just use my hand to pick up metal
Yeah.
things. Just really
Just like plunge your hand out. Check it out. It's just covered. I mean, it'd probably be bloody too because it's just like here's a scalpel from 1912.
Yeah.
Like fuck.
I hope I'm up to date on my tetanus shot. No, I think like a travel pad like that or like the portal gun from Rick and Morty.
Okay. Yeah. I think you'd have less of a chance of damaging it. Sure. You'd have to make it. That's the thing. We'd have to make it with materials from throughout time. So that if we are in trouble, it's like,
Any
okay,
point you
well,
could just,
you can swap this out with like copper or something.
They're like,
It'll be a
"Ah."
one shot you can get back. Like, fine.
Hey, any of you guys have like a 1950s refrigerator that I could steal some parts
Those
off
were
of?
nuclear. You know they were.
Yeah.
I know it.
Do that. Throwing third arms and kinds of cool stuff.
I would go back to ancient Greece, ancient Rome. First of all, I'd
Okay.
love to see the like the Spartan fights
Yeah.
in the Colosseum. I think that'd be really cool. But then like what would I want to do though? I'd want to be there when Caesar gets stabbed. I don't know why. I just be like, yeah, you fucking asshole. Like you are a piece of shit.
Guess what, dude? You just got
I-
stabbed.
I'd go and be like, look, I know you feel like you don't deserve this. Like while he's on the ground bleeding out, be like, I know you feel like you don't deserve it, but you kind of did.
Hey, just so you
And
know,
he'd be like, yeah, I know. I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. And then I'd come back home and have a sandwich.
it would be like the go back to like Kennedy shoot or Lincoln shooting
Either
with
one,
like
yeah.
like the John Wilkes Booth
Okay, but okay, no.
skid off of
Okay.
Whitest Kids You
No, but
Know.
get this shit, right? So what if we're up there, right? And he goes to do it. He's running up and we just stick our foot out and trip him. We save Lincoln. What would the world be like? What do you think?
Well, who knows? Because what if
You think
Lincoln?
it'd be better?
That's hard to say.
One person has the entire ability to change the course of history.
Because what if Lincoln just becomes an asshole after you save him?
So the guy that freed the slaves,
Yeah.
becomes an asshole.
Well, I'm just saying we don't. But that's what I'm saying. We don't know.
Yeah, it's like he turns around. He's like, dude, I was waiting for him.
I've
I'm
had
tired of my marriage. I want it out.
Yeah, I've had to deal with my wife.
Yeah, but she sucks.
She's the
We
worst.
haven't had sex in months.
I wanted somebody to put a fucking bullet in my head. I paid that guy to do
Pretty
it.
sure these are cinnamon.
And I'd be like, oh well, his gun's still here. I could technically do it for
I'm
you.
like, do you want? No, because now you're a murderer. Now
Yeah.
you're the guy.
Yeah, but then you just travel back in time and all is well.
You know, go back 30 seconds before you trip John Wilkes Booth. And
Yeah.
like your foot's still out, but then you
You're like,
pull it
whoa, whoa,
back.
whoa,
You're like,
whoa.
no, no, no.
My bad.
But then that version of you is like, wait, what the fuck? Are you me? And you're like, yeah. And then once John Wilkes shoots him, you take it and shoot your second self because you can't have multiple copies of
Yeah.
yourself running around. It's dangerous.
Yeah, you got to ruin all the old copies.
Sounds like a lot of we're making more work for ourselves. I almost dropped the jelly bean.
Maybe we shouldn't do this, honestly. Sounds like too much work.
You need to plan it out. The problem is,
You have to be precise.
yeah, the precision in it is vital. And I have never put that much thought or energy into anything. So I can guarantee you my plan would just go horribly. I'd go back to like the fucking to the gladiator fights. I'd end up in there getting eaten by a fucking lion. I'm like, oh, this did not work out the way I wanted it to.
Would it be comically bad, though? Like,
For
would we at
them,
least laugh at it?
sure. Yeah.
Like, you get a group of buddies together on the weekends. You're like, yo, we're going to a gladiator fight. And then you get eaten in front of
Best
them.
bachelor party ever.
Oh, and the possibilities are endless there,
Yeah.
honestly. Just like, go back to the Titanic. Just go give them
I don't
things.
want to go to the Titanic.
No, but hold on. Like, Titanic, right? Give them, like, a thermal swimsuit and be like, hey, you're going to need this at some point. Not telling you why.
That'll slow down the dying.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna stop it.
But just give them, like,
Give it to Jack.
just give them things.
I
and
just
then-
feel bad for Jack. I'd go back and kick her ass off. I'm like, come
Yeah.
on, buddy.
You
Get him up
selfish
there
bitch.
and be like, salute. I'm out.
Didn't we talk about this before, though?
What?
That they could both fit. And then
100 times.
maybe he
And I'm
wanted,
never gonna let it go.
maybe he wanted to drown himself because he didn't want the responsibility.
He was like, wait, commitment?
I don't want
Jack,
that.
I was waiting for you to give me a ring. He's like, I gotta go. Oh no.
Yikes.
My arms are giving out. I'm gonna go over there.
He's like, if we both make it, we should get married. And he's like, oh, didn't know we'd get to
See,
this.
I wasn't even supposed to be on this boat. He's like,
Yeah, funny thing is, maybe I'm better at the bottom of the ocean. I'm really just focusing on myself right now.
yeah. He's
and,
like, look, I need time for me.
But dude, would you bring things from the past
Yeah,
back here?
100. Oh, from the past here?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I want Napoleon's sword. Okay, right above my bed. I want a musket, like a
A legit-
pristine musket. It's mostly going to be weapons, but then I also want to like take things that would inconvenient people. So like Ben Franklin.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take one lens out of his glasses,
Just one.
just the one. Let's do this now. He's got to keep one eye closed so he knows because you can see what he's doing. He's like, but
That's
now
a-
he's nearsighted.
That's a point I'd go to though. Is like Ben Yeah. I can't talk.
No,
Ben Franklin's like wild sex parties.
did he
Did he
have
have-
wild sex parties? I
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
that was like a normal thing back then, though.
He was crazy.
He was a party
He
boy.
was wild.
He was
yeah.
also a thief, apparently.
He like when he found electricity, the whole key thing.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he was using it to like electrocute chicks.
Nah.
Yeah, have chicks electrocute him, all kinds of shit. And he,
Like
And
his
he-
channel, he tied
Yeah.
to his genitals.
and he was into older women too. Like,
Yeah,
he was old,
a
but he
total.
was into
He was
older women.
definitely a sub.
Oh, he
He
was.
was.
Yeah,
He probably had women step on his balls and stuff.
dude, he was.
He was
Yeah.
into older women.
Yeah, that's why I'm like everybody's like, oh, Ben Franklin would be disappointed that you're using, his face to do cocaine.
And
No, he would be proud of you.
well, first of all,
Party animal.
we don't do cocaine.
Yeah.
But yeah, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, he. But
Okay, so there's another thing too. I think I'd go back and it'd be like part of the thing where they're just like, well, we should put this person on the bill. I'd be like, look, that's cool and all, that's fine, but we should put a time limit on how long they're on it,
Yeah.
and then destroy those bills once we have them, once that time limit hits, and then update the pictures because this is getting fucking old, man.
because I really
You
want
know?
to see Tony the Tiger on a 5. So,
Yeah, Tony the Tiger. I want like Darth Vader maybe on the 1.
Okay. Yeah.
Something. I don't think
Something
he's worth $20. He's kind of a
Yeah.
dick.
He is kind of a dick.
You know, he abandoned his children. And he decides to show up later when they're grown up because he didn't want to accept the responsibility of fatherhood.
We went out for some smokes. He came back. It's all
Smokes as in burning in fucking magma, sure. Uh,
but no, like
who
I
else?
dude.
Fucking Elon Musk, $100 bill,
Oh, dude.
easily,
No,
easily.
we'd make like a thousand
Jeff
dollar bill for that
Bezos?
man.
No, I'm sorry. Bezos would be on the. Actually, I'd put Bezos on the penny because I that guy doesn't deserve any more notoriety, and everyone throws their pennies away.
Yeah. Um.
Bald ass fuck.
Yeah, I'd probably put Musk on a better bill than that. I'd want like a
And
Joe Rogan
100?
bill. No, I mean like Musk would be good on 100.
Yeah,
I'd put Joe Rogan on something wild, like something
we'll
weird.
just make up a $7 bill. Joe Rogan.
I feel like that's only fitting.
Yeah,
Put him on a $2 bill.
we'd have to bring him back,
Yeah, bring him back. Put him on there.
but that's I don't know.
I think the outcome would be hilarious.
What if he made like a currency that's worth like $7.50?
Just some real oddball shit.
Yeah.
$9.99.
Yeah,
Not
like,
quite $10.
this is $9.99. This is one Joe Rogan, and then no taxes.
No, yeah.
$9.99. Here's my Joe Rogan.
Yep. No more sales tax because we have to make even numbers.
Yeah.
Exact.
Oh, okay. So we can't do $9.99 because then we're just getting a bunch of Bezos.
No, that's what.
On
Well,
the
that's what.
pennies. We're gonna get the penny back.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like everything, like
So,
no more sales tax. So that things that are like
like this is
$9.99.
$10. Okay, so what's the tax? You're like, what the fuck's tax?
Yeah.
It won't exist.
No, I mean, but how many things you see that
Would
are
you
like,
go back and stop the Boston Tea Party, or would you be part of it?
I'd be part of it. I think.
I
But,
mean,
like,
it
yeah.
seems like fun.
Yeah. Fuck those British and their tea.
I mean, I like to partake in tea every once in a while. It helps my head and my throat.
Helps my tummy
Helps my
tums.
tum tums.
I think I would go back and like be a part of like major events, just to be like, yeah, I was there.
Would also be really cool to be a part of.
Good question, actually.
Probably like probably more European history, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because like I mean, look, there's cool shit that happened in American history, but there's not enough of it. European
No.
history is just like, dude, let's go get high on opium with everybody in China and Mongolia and
You know
fucking
what?
see what we
That's
fuck shit up, dude.
that's probably where I would go is like Asian history. They had a lot of
I want to know if ninjas are
Wild.
real.
wild leaders.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna become a ninja. I want to know if they're real, or if like I mean, you've never seen a ninja,
That's true.
so I mean, like this could just be something that was fathomed or made up by Hollywood.
But you're not really supposed to see them.
I get that, but that's what I'm saying. I want to know if they actually exist. I also want to wear a samurai outfit because they looked badass.
Okay, yeah, 100. I'll give you that. That
They're
is
like, okay, cool, we're going to battle. I'd be like, no. I just wanted to try it on. You guys go.
you
I'm
guys are
out.
going to battle,
And then I disappear with it and the sword.
I'm going to check out the town.
Yeah, be like, have fun. I'm going to Tokyo.
By you guys. By the way, you
I heard
guys.
Godzilla's in town.
This battle doesn't end nicely.
Yeah, but like
so-
you guys lose, you just like
Yeah.
disappear. Oh man, we could
You're like-
we could stop Pearl Harbor.
You could.
Would it
Which
be
was
worth
like,
it, though? I mean, it would be. But I'm saying like
oh
you
yeah,
have to think. You have to think of those events because ultimately, at the end, the U.S. and the British end up destroying Japan so badly
yeah, but
that
okay.
they're just like, okay, we're
But
sorry,
so-
we shouldn't fuck with you.
So that raises another question. Do you go back to Japan and you're like, hey, probably not a good idea? Or do you go to the US and you're like,
Probably
hey,
sentiment.
they're on their way? Do you know what I'm saying?
They're what?
Be like,
Do
hey,
you warn one of them?
yeah, well, which one do you go to? Do you like go to Japan and you're like, hey, you probably shouldn't bomb Pearl Harbor?
That would be tough, strictly because, from a cultural standpoint, in all honesty, like the U.S. would probably listen to us. I
Yeah.
think they would take it into consideration. Like, okay, and they'd prepare and or either move the boats or something, do something,
Yeah.
without them knowing. Japanese culture is it's just like, especially around that time, it's like if you were on the outside, if we were to show up, two white men,
Oh, they'd
and
be
just
like,
be like, look, they're gonna fuck you up. Don't do this. They would tell us like, who the fuck are you? We'd either get shot and killed, or they would just be like, we know what we're doing. We do not want to listen to outsiders. Like, this is our decision. So, you know, you're probably part of the undercover. Like, you're just trying to
Yeah.
convince us not to. It's like, no, dude.
You know what I would actually probably do is I'd probably go back to like the Cold War era when we were building like a ton of fallout shelters, and I would just convince everybody to make one so that like every house in the U.S. would have
It's like
some.
normal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like every house in the U.S. would
But it's
have some
mandated by the
sick.
state to keep up with it.
Yeah, then like all these houses would have sick
Because now we're
underground
creating jobs
hangouts.
too. Yeah. I'd live down there.
You're like, hey, you want to hit the bar?
That's where we do the
It's underground.
podcast.
Yeah, in our bunker.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. That's all my house hunting regulations.
Okay, so
Now it
what we
has to
could
have a
do
fallout
really,
shelter.
let's just improve the future
Yeah,
or
that's really
current
it.
times for us.
Just for us.
Not just us, but
Yeah.
everybody.
I'd bring, dude. I'd go back. I'd bring back like a Velociraptor. They
That's
weren't.
this,
They weren't that big.
if I'm just saying, if Chris Pratt can tame them, I think I can.
Yeah. I don't know.
Would you get him declawed?
Like a house
Like a
cat.
fucking cat.
Yeah, I would.
Well, when you're bringing it back to domesticate it, so
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be. Here's the thing: I don't believe in declawing cats. I think it's actually pretty fucked up. It causes them
Yeah.
a lot of pain.
No, I know what you're saying. 100%.
But with Velociraptor, you definitely run a risk of dying.
Yeah.
Like, you don't
Yeah,
have
but then
his
on the-
breakfast down in time, dead.
But on the other hand, like, do you keep them just in case, like, Bill down the street tries fucking with you?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, why not?
see, then you'd have to keep the claws.
So we used to, well, give him a couple.
It's like 2.
Yeah.
How many?
Yeah, the long ones.
Yeah. What do they have? They had like what 4? Like a standard.
I think they
4 or
had,
5?
so, no, the major talons were on their feet,
Yeah.
on their tootsies.
The little tootsies.
Because that's what let them grab in, but then their actual claws on up top were actually really sharp too.
Would you do like things that you would do with a dog, like put it in a sweater for your
Yeah, absolutely. For the Christmas card? Yeah.
You're like, hey, Merry Christmas from Tyler.
Yeah, from me and Sprinkles, my Velociraptor.
The Velociraptor has like fake lashes on,
Yeah.
like a little bit of lipstick.
Could you imagine TikToks at that point if people had pet Velociraptors?
It'd be wild.
Yeah.
I'd bring it back just to have it. It's like the same reason where if I ever become rich, I'm just buying exotic cats.
Yeah, but you've seen how that pans out for some people. Like, it's not good.
What, Mike Tyson?
Yeah, well, there was Tyson. There was, I mean, even
He went overboard,
Siegfried
though.
and Roy.
Yeah.
You know, those were their cats for years,
All right.
and it
like,
still was just like, dude, fuck you. One day, it just snapped, and it's like, I'm sick of this shit.
I'm just gonna get some wild exotic animals, honestly.
Okay, like what?
Like
I want
Uh,
a sloth, dude. I want like boring to most people, but like I
Yeah,
want
but
a
then-
sloth. I want an entire gang of raccoons in my backyard, right? And in
they're-
my house,
you could have them now.
I can't though. That's
You-
a lot of upkeep, dude. I'd have to work from home. I don't trust them. They're fucking thieves. They're literal bandits. They're gonna tear my house apart. And the sloth,
Yeah, you know what you have to worry about with that? Is it like just accidentally dying one day?
yeah, he won't know. I won't know either. I'll be like, he's still sleeping.
No, not even that. Like the reason that like a lot of sloths will end up dying is because they mistake their own arms for branches, and then they fall to their deaths.
I'm not gonna leave him out in a fucking high ass tree.
No, but like
Put it
just
in the
around the
house.
house.
Are they that fragile? Where like if he falls from here to there, dead?
Saying it might be
Severe
possible.
brain
I'd
trauma?
imagine it's possible.
All right, well then I'll put carpeting in everywhere.
Carpeting.
Okay, I'll put him in before I leave for work. I'll put him in like a fucking
A
life
little
vest.
suit,
Yeah,
bubble
a
boy,
little bubble wrap.
bubble sloth.
Yeah, like don't fuck up.
A sloth would be cool. I mean, honestly, you could get a gang pack like raccoons. Now.
I love raccoons.
We just saw something the other day in a tree.
Bunch of
What?
raccoons.
Yeah, like mama with her babies.
Yeah,
Mom just like totally just left the babies.
really?
Yeah.
Is she going for food?
No.
They don't just leave their kids, dude.
Well, we were working in the tree,
Okay.
and when we came down into the tree to make the cut, like noticed they were there. So they left it. They left the tree standing so that the raccoons could grow up
Yeah.
and leave. But when they got into the tree, one of the climbers, Mama Raccoon was like, "I'm out. I'm gonna bounce over to that tree. See you later."
Damn.
I know, really surprising, but
Did you guys move the babies?
no,
You just cut it down.
no, I left the tree there.
Oh, okay.
Like took some stuff off of it, but left the
Right,
tree
right, right,
there.
right. Yeah.
Um, I don't know, dude. I really want a possum.
You can own possums too, though.
I know. I'm trying to.
So we don't need to go back in time for this.
My
Maybe we
setback
just
is,
shouldn't go back in time.
I don't know. There
Like,
is some
unless
cool.
we want just like ridiculous shit, like make it legal. Because, like, okay, so get this: you can own a hedgehog in New York, cannot own one in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but I mean, there's other animals that
But I'm just
like over
saying, it's
time.
a small little piece of shit that lasts 3 to 5 years. They're adorable, but what is so
What's your real purpose of
what's
having
the
one?
purpose of making it illegal to have one in PA as opposed to owning it in just about anywhere else?
Uh, I'm gonna look
I'd
into
get
that.
rid of
I
that
want to
shit.
know.
I think it's stupid.
I'd bring back like a dodo bird.
Yeah, keep those suckers alive, man.
Yeah,
The the blue-footed boobies still around? I keep them around because great fucking name.
I think they're still around. I think.
Hey Google, do blue-footed boobies still exist? Answer. They okay, so they're yeah. So they all right, so they
Yeah,
still exist.
they're still around.
I just want one then, I guess. Google, stop. Thank you.
Yeah,
What's some other random shit? I mean, I'm just saying, like, I would want to get rid of like the laws that state that you can't
yeah.
own
You can't have them.
like a
You can't have
fucking
exotic
yeah,
pets.
like you can't bring that into your house. Be like, fuck you. There's no law against it.
I mean, we could go back in time and really
I
honestly
think those laws
save.
were made because someone did do that with a certain animal and someone else couldn't afford it.
And they were
And
like,
so they were
"What the
jealous. So they're
fuck,
just
man?"
like, I'm going to make a law that you can't own that.
Yeah.
And then they
Well, it's
fucking,
like a dangerous game though. Like boa constrictors in Florida
well, that's your own, dude. Again, that's your
and
own,
iguanas
it's your own fault. Why
because
would you, why, I don't like, I think snakes as pets are stupid.
yeah.
But if you want one,
But
fine.
hey,
I'm not going to tell you not
yeah,
to.
different strokes for
Yeah.
different folks. But then you run into the risk of like people putting shit where it
Like,
shouldn't be.
fucking Jimmy didn't come into work today. He was eaten by his snake.
Rest in peace.
Like,
Dumb
yeah.
idea.
Be like, well,
MVP.
yeah. They'd be like, were we going to have a service? Be like, no. He decided to have a snake as a pet. He
No, but
signed up for that shit.
we will play his walkout music
Yeah. Which is,
in memory of him.
was it? It'll be the one Scorpion King song that Godsmack did. It'll be Godsmack. You know it is. You know someone that owns or breeds snakes probably listens to Godsmack
Maybe it's Creed.
or Creed, maybe some POD.
Ooh, POD would be that'd be up
I
there. For sure.
remember like when I was younger and POD came out, or I guess gained notoriety. I was like, sweet man, this is cool. But I was also like 9 or 10.
Yeah,
I grew
now
up and
you're
I'm like, wait a second, it's Christian rock.
Yeah,
And I'm like, how did this make it mainstream? That's so weird.
there's a lot of Christian rock bands that I'm like, what the
Yeah, you don't really realize it.
yeah. Um, I don't know, man. There's a lot of animals that could be cool. Honestly, like a lot of dinosaurs.
Oh
Like
yeah,
maybe a pet pterodactyl.
they're big, man.
Yeah, doesn't have to live in the house.
You won't be able to.
That's what I'm saying. It's
You better have a lot of fucking property then. What are you gonna like put them on like a tether
you just
and
hang
just
out.
let them
Like,
fly around like the perimeter?
yeah.
Just, like there he is.
He's like, "Can I land yet?" And I'm like, "No, we don't have the space."
You hold out your arm for it to land like a fucking eagle, and it just
Yeah.
picks your ass up,
Smashes your
Yes.
fucking arm to bits.
You're dead. I want to look up dinosaurs.
Like I
I
I
want to
think
know.
I'd make friends with like a silverback gorilla. That'd be my ultimate demise, honestly.
Stop them from shooting Harambe.
Yeah. Well,
Which I will admit, that meme has died a very long time ago, and for people to continue it is old, and it needs to stop.
but that kind of was the downfall of society.
It was a downfall. I'm not disagreeing. It was a very poor mistake made by one zookeeper.
And I think he should be put on trial for it.
I
honestly.
don't disagree. I mean, like, if he stopped for a second and composed himself, he would have seen that Harambe was trying to help the child and keep him safe.
He said he was gonna make him a sandwich, and
Well, we don't know that. But what I'm saying is,
there's better ways of going about it.
yeah. And I mean,
Um,
I go through a lot of things, but we're not gonna,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
There's
Watch the news, folks.
uh no, but I silverback gorilla, that would be my ultimate demise.
That'd be cool. Um,
But
again, that is something where it's like if you had the property even now, and I think if you had the right licensing, you could.
yeah,
But again, that's major upkeep.
yeah.
That's the only problem.
I would love to get a monkey, honestly,
Damn.
just to train it to do things.
There's
Hang
this
out.
one on TikTok, right? It's literally just
George?
they're at yeah.
Yeah.
I love George.
Open
George and
packages.
Lacey,
Yeah, but did you see
amazing.
like the one where he was opening a package with a knife? And I was like, you
George?
taught, yeah.
Dude, the monkeys are fucking smart. I don't like.
Yeah, but that's the where I draw the line. I'm not giving that monkey a knife.
I don't know, man.
You're gonna give a monkey a knife.
Look, I'm just saying, if he started chasing me, I'd be like, "This is a great movie."
Do you ever watch Malcolm in the Middle?
Yeah.
You know where Craig breaks his arms, and then they get him the pet monkey, and he's trying to kill him.
Yeah.
That's how I foresee that playing out. It's like
Okay, so now we have a Planet of the Apes situation on our hands.
yeah, and look at how that works.
But also look at George. He is I think he's a capuchin.
Mhm.
You could punt him, dude. Like if worse came to worse, like if it came to
But he
that,
knows where
I
you
would
sleep.
never say you should never harm animals. But if an animal
If
at
push came to
some
shove,
point
yeah.
is chasing you with a weapon that is much smaller than you, I think if you can't handle yourself, then it just wasn't meant to
But
be.
like you just said, they're super smart. You don't think that monkey's gonna?
Yeah, but they can't develop fucking tactical plans. They're not
You
that
don't-
fucking
okay,
smart.
You don't think that monkey's gonna go for you when you're sleeping, like an apex predator?
He's probably got his own little cage or something that he sleeps in at night.
He's gonna figure out where that knife is, and he is gonna fucking.
Great. And you know what? As I wake up from the shock of being stabbed, I'm like, fuck, you're smart. And I die.
So you're cool with it at that point.
And
You're
then
like,
and then he takes over the world. I'm like, this is what's supposed to happen.
he like skins you and wears your head like.
That's pretty intense. I don't know about that.
Could you imagine though, hearing something like that in the news, where they think some
Yeah.
man
A capuchin skins a man alive
wears his
and
skin
wears
like
his head.
like he pretends to be you?
We're getting way too far into this.
Yeah, we are. What?
Like I could keep going, but
Well, we could.
it's getting so complicated. And now I don't want any pets. Actually, I really don't. I love having pets, but like, because like when we had to put our other dog down earlier or like last year,
Yeah,
most heartbreaking thing ever. I hate it.
dude. I texted Jess that the other month I had this nightmare that one of our dogs died.
Yeah.
I woke up crying. I was like,
It's upsetting, man.
I
It
couldn't
hits home.
handle it.
It's really
they're my
upsetting.
boys, you know.
Seriously.
Even though they piss me off time to time, I do love them.
But anyway, time travel, I think already at like 40 minutes.
How about that?
I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be interesting. On a realistic level, horrible idea.
Yeah. Well, and time travel is not really that for now.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say for now.
You remember Stephen Hawking?
Yeah.
He held a party for time travelers. Nobody showed up. So
Well, they don't want to out themselves.
do what?
Come on, dude. Really? I mean, they're not gonna be like, yeah, I'm a time traveler, because then we fucking know that it's real. And then you have Americans of all fucking people hounding them, like, show us, teach us.
Yeah, get the
And
fuck
I'm like,
over
Americans don't let shit go.
here. True.
It's bad.
Yeah,
They'll write threatening tweets and shit.
we probably would have been in Guantanamo Bay and fucking tortured the shit out
Well,
of
it's
them.
like it's the same thing with like, because we were talking about it earlier with the U.S. government and military declassifying UFOs. But like, because like again, that was in like middle of the pandemic.
That would have been the
A
perfect
straight
time
up
to do it.
lockdown where they were just like, because I think even they were just like, we have no fucking clue how the rest of this year is going to plan out or if we're going to survive. So they're just like, fuck it. Yeah.
Here you go. Here's
Yep.
what you wanted to know.
The images and the videos you saw were unaltered and they are flying objects. We have no fucking clue what they are. They're definitely not anything of this world.
Yeah, I'm not gonna discredit anybody else's videos.
No.
Government's like, yeah,
No, but
no
if, yeah, I
fucking
mean,
clue.
dude, if the government said it,
Not saying something because I like
that
the
is saying
government.
something because
The
they're full
government,
of
I'm like,
shit.
oh, dude, I don't really
Yeah, it's
trust
like,
you.
oh, the U.S. government said this. It's like, okay, where's the liable source?
Yeah.
You know, like if you have to go find another source that you could actually trust more than the U.S. government, they're clearly like on the
So,
bottom of trust level.
and this is what I was to say to you is that if we have, obviously the government's like, yeah, we don't know what that was. It's just a fucking flying object that we have no clue what it was.
Yeah.
If it's aliens, I think we are in a totally different ballpark because
So
I think it's going to be perceived one of two ways by and this is just for Americans, one of two ways. Either everybody's going to be like, you're going to be on the holy shit, you're real.
this
What
is
do you
amazing.
know?
Yeah.
Or the other side of it I see is them coming down and like trying to be like, hey, what's up? We're from a different planet. We want to communicate
And then
with you.
all the southern states are just like, shoot 'em, boys.
Fucking start
And they just
blasting.
like,
It's that Danny DeVito thing.
yep. So I start blasting. Because, okay,
Yeah.
so like, let's be honest about it. I would say majority of the southern states, and I'm going to generalize here because
I would not even say just the southern states.
no, it's not just going to be just the southern states, but like I guaranteed ones: Texas, Louisiana, Tennessee, Florida. Right? Florida, they think they're shooting, but they're all mostly high on meth, so they're holding a couple bananas, just going like bang, bang, bang. Yeah,
Making noises.
yeah. It's just
Bang,
bang, bang,
bang,
and then
bang.
they take a bite of it and they keep going, rind and everything on.
Alabama, I see those
Alabama,
aliens
100%, dude.
No, I see the aliens getting like sodomized down there. I see them getting.
I don't. Well, okay, but at that point, we're pretty much admitting that we think. So what you're saying is you don't think aliens have the technology or the weaponry to hold off Alabama.
No, I think they do, but I'm just saying, like, worst case scenario, they come here and they're like, we're not bringing nothing with that's going to harm them. We're just trying to make contact. And then
No, I mean I think they'd be dumb to do that then.
people in Alabama are like, hell yeah, come here. I'm getting tired of Bessie down there in the field. Get up here.
I don't know. I think they would still bring something to make sure that they're safe.
I mean,
Because
yeah,
you have to
I
remember
believe that.
too, they've been around forever. Like if they've been around as long as we think they have been, then they've been watching us.
And they're fucking way
And
advanced.
they're just like, God, these guys are fucking stupid.
And then they're like, we're not even going to bother visiting the Northeast.
Yeah, like
corridor.
like we heard Tom Segura said that place is terrible.
They're fucking
so
all
fuck
assholes up
that,
there.
yeah.
Fuck them.
Also, what's up, Tom and Bert? I hope you listened to the last episode. We have a couple great shows for you to host.
Yeah, I see them just being like, I see them avoiding areas for sure.
Oh yeah, I think they would. I think they would go to the people like honestly. I think like they have the technology to know in a general idea at the very least who wants to meet them and like
Yeah.
understand. Like I'd be like, let's go, dude. I
First-
want to know.
First
You
stop,
know?
I think they make.
I'd
Japan.
ask them, why didn't you stop Friends from being made? It's a
And they're
terrible
like-
show. And they're like, because fuck you, that's why.
Yeah, you know what? You suck and you deserve that.
Yeah. I'm like,
I see them going
okay.
to Japan first.
Yeah.
I think Japan with
The States would be the last. They'd have to introduce themselves to everyone else. But then you'd have people in the States just like, well, how come you didn't introduce yourselves to us first?
I don't see the States being last, honestly.
Who do you think would be last?
Third world countries.
Okay.
I think first stops are like I think Japan, just because Japan generally is.
First of all, way more technologically advanced.
That's what
than
I'm
any
saying.
of
They're
us.
ahead of the curve. Then I see the superpowers being up there. Like U.S. would be one. I could see Canada being another one.
Canada would be before the States. I think.
Yeah. UK, like that area.
Yeah. Like, oh, it's fucking weird, isn't it?
Hey, look on them.
Oi, Liam.
They go to Australia, get called a cunt, and immediately be
I'll
out.
just throwing boomerangs at him. I can't fucking hit it.
He's too
Oi,
quick.
come down here a little bit. You fucking prick.
They finally get there, and they're like, "Hey, we tell you everything down here can kill you." They're like, "Well, not us specifically, but they're like, no, I don't know. You seen the size of that spider that just crawled out of my fucking
Yeah.
wall? Thing was bigger than my dog."
I wonder if aliens are afraid of spiders too.
Yeah, do you think they have like real fears? Like just
They have to. I mean, I feel like everyone has fears. It doesn't
but
matter
do you
because
think
technically we're alien. We'd be alien to them. So technically we're aliens. We're just not technologically advanced to get to them first.
okay, but could you imagine like an alien lands on Earth and a fucking like a spider crawls out and they
You're like, what the
scream?
fuck? Yeah.
Like,
Okay. So let's think about this too, though. So just like I said, though, so we don't know what they look like.
yeah. You think they're already here?
Well, there's that.
Possible.
There's that. Because, like, again, we don't know what they look like. What if they look like us? They are like they have a human form, or what we perceive to be human. We just don't fucking know.
Little Men in Black
Yeah.
type action.
Yeah, they take the turtleneck off. They got gills and shit. Like, oh fuck, it makes so much sense. I thought you just loved turtlenecks, and it's like, no, I hate this shit. I feel like it's.
You're like, wait, can you breathe underwater? And he's like, yeah, I've been able to the entire time.
Yeah.
And you're like,
why do you think?
fuck,
I
dude,
love to
that's
go
why,
swimming.
yeah, that's why you spend all your time at the pool.
Yeah.
Damn. I didn't
Yeah,
put two
I'm
and
not
two
doing it
together.
for fun. I'm doing it so I can live.
Yeah, asshole.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks for discounting me.
He's wearing a turtleneck in the pool though.
Oh, dude.
He just doesn't want people to know.
Yeah,
Or no, a wetsuit, I guess.
like all the people that wear shirts at the beach.
I do, but that's because I'm fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't like taking my shirt off.
Are you an alien? Is there something I didn't know?
Probably. I'm from Canada. Technically, yeah, I'm from
Yeah.
Canada. I'm a resident alien. Want to see my green card?
Imagine like the aliens come here and visit, and we're like, dude, you get a green card or something?
I think, okay, so I think at this point, if they were to land, we are just so numb that nothing surprises us anymore after the past 4+ years that we've had.
Yeah.
Where it's just like they'd show up at the border and they'd have this grand thing where we're like, yes, we're real. And be like, Border Patrol is like, hold on, I need your documents.
And they're like, what
And like,
the fuck is y'all about?
we came from space. He's like, I don't fucking care. Where are your documents?
You just watch this
I'm
come
like, sir, step out of the step out of the ship, please.
You just watch this come straight
Yeah.
down from the sky.
He's just like, we can't let you in. We still have restrictions on
Yeah,
entering
do
the
you
US.
have your vaccine card?
Yeah, are you guys
I need to
vaccinated
see
yet?
that.
Vaccinated?
They're like, that doesn't even affect us.
Yeah.
Like, why
you're
I
like,
still need to see the
what
card.
the fuck, man? Like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Do you have your card?
If not, we're gonna have.
And then they have
do-
to go through like a 6-month process, right? And then it's just like at that point, it's just a sitcom or like a short of him of the alien just waiting for their approval to come in, but it still gets denied because something was misspelled on the sheet. So he has to resubmit it, and then we're waiting another 6 months, and he finally shows up, and people are just like, "Yeah, fucking cool, man. Are you gonna order your drink or not?" You know? Like,
yeah, he's like walking into
Yeah.
a McDonald's.
yeah, it's like we don't care.
I get paid minimum wage.
Yeah,
I
because
could
at that
not
point,
care.
like we've all gotten so comfortable with just not giving a fuck anymore. Half of us are out at Starbucks in our pajamas. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck about our
But
appearance, and we're just like, dude, like I just woke up, and he's like, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
You're like, yeah, I
I'm
know.
like, I don't think you understand how we
why
work.
are
Yeah.
you belittling me right now?
It's like,
I
dude,
don't need
just
it.
get your fucking frappe and get the hell out of the way, please.
Yeah, I think for them, it would almost be like the equivalent of us going to the DMV. Where you're just
Pretty
like,
much.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Like this is terrible.
I waited all this time for this.
I don't. Yeah, I think the surprise factor has just gone because at this point, like honestly, at this point, we are all just waiting. We're like, just fucking let us know you're there.
Yeah.
We know you are. Okay.
Can you imagine we
I
just,
just
get like
wanna get on-
abducted
yeah.
tonight?
Yeah.
We come back and we're like,
well, it's like they come to my room and they're just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
and then they just leave.
Just leave.
Like, we're not ready. And they're like, and then it's just like, I'm like, I'm gonna tell people. I'm like, they're not gonna believe you.
And then we do the next podcast. and
Yeah.
it's like
I'm like, aliens are real.
we're like, guess what? Not that exciting.
Yeah. I'm like, it was a total letdown. He likes
Like-
Levi's. That's about it.
He's really big into Wranglers.
Yeah. Yeah. He
But he was wearing a pair of Crocs on the way out.
Yeah, they're
I don't
big
know
on
about
Crocs, and they like to accessorize their Crocs.
yeah, they have like
So,
limited edition
I hit him
pins
with the
and
"What are those?" and then rolled back over. It's just like, uh,
they're like, "Wait, you're telling me you just made fun of an alien and then like let him
I'm
go?"
like, yeah,
Yeah, that's
we're so desensitized to it. I think
honestly, I
at
think
this
so.
point.
Yeah.
Because I've always had a theory, and I don't mean to cut you off, but like I had a theory where it's like you have those movies like Men in Black and stuff, or anything that's talked about aliens or had aliens in it. So like, and like, dude, like Signs and stuff.
Yeah.
So my theory is that Hollywood also knows, because that's a whole fucking thing too, where it's like it's a secret society, and
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so my theory is that they know, and these aren't like actual things that have happened, but they might actually have an idea as to what certain alien species look like,
And they're just like
and they're able to
desensitizing
put it
us.
into that. Yeah, so it's like by the time it happens, it's just like, "Dude, you were the beatboxing motherfucker from MIB2." It's like, "Hell yeah."
How was it working with Will
Yeah,
Smith?
was it
Was he
cool?
cool?
And Biz Markie, like, Biz Markie, for all we fucking know, actually is an alien. That may not have been CGI. I'm just saying, that's my theory. I think honestly, like, they know, and they've been it's just like
Can I
by the time it happens, we're just like, we're gonna be okay with it.
you're like, "Can I get your signature? I really want
Just pulls out like a sloppy ass, like
it."
fucking like whatever print they have, and just
Yeah,
slaps
just
on a
like,
piece of paper. He's like, "There you go,
"Pat, enjoy."
mucus."
Enjoy, it goes away in like 7 days,
Yeah.
so
I'd be like, okay, so because like I don't think I have a shot with any human females. I'd be like, who on your planet is Signal? Because this guy needs to get laid, and is also looking for something serious.
and they were like, "By the way, like, none of our female aliens have any type of genitalia. Like, that's alright." They have like a
Possible.
they have a mouth or something? Like, something that
They gotta.
they lay eggs like fish.
So we're like, we're going. You're just gonna crush my dreams like that, and be like, yeah, they're like a seahorse,
No, good
where they just dump their fucking eggs into the open.
Yeah.
Someone else comes along and just,
I mean, fish do the same thing. It's, partially natural.
yeah.
Uh, no, but what I mean, that's just your worst nightmare there. What if it would happen?
I mean, with my luck, it's
That's a
it's
possibility.
pretty much on par. Yeah,
You're like, what? They got a mouth or like
it's
a
something that would be
some kind of
accepted.
hand?
Nah,
They're like,
they're
you
just like, yeah, but
detective
we don't have opposable thumbs.
You're
Like, come on, man,
give me something to work
give me a
with.
break.
Can you hold this object? And he's like, what's
Kinda,
that?
yeah.
You're like, don't worry about it.
It's a gun.
It's called a flashlight.
Yeah, it's not. It's like it's a gun. It's like, okay, what do you want me to do? I'm like, just put it to my fucking head. Let's just get this done.
You're like, have you ever heard of bad dragon?
He's
Is
like,
it
dude. He's like, we invented those.
You're like, oh, so they are like
Yeah.
close? Like,
He's like, yeah. Fun
exact
fact:
replicas.
it's not based off of alien genitalia. It's based off my arm. And you're like, oh fuck, that's right. Look at
Oh,
that,
dude,
yeah.
you just showed me your arm, right? Oh, my
Yeah.
bad. They're like, yeah, we've been giving that to you guys for years. They're like, hentai, we made that.
Yeah, he's like,
That's
no,
all us.
he's like, that's real shit. They just put it in a cartoon version.
Make
I'm
it
like,
easier
man,
for
that's
your
fucking weird, dude. Like,
make it easier for your simple minds to
yeah,
fucking
it's like
understand.
you guys are fucked up. And he's like, well, it's fucked up to you, but it's normal for us.
That's just like second grade shit right there.
Yeah, fucking prude. Like, can you imagine being called a prude by an alien?
Oh my god. Can you imagine how bad it would be? Like, that would sting worse than just like a normal person
It'd be
saying it
bad.
to you.
Yeah, I'd be upset. I'd need like a week to recover.
Like a fucking alien calls you a nerd. He's like, what are you into? You're like, I video game a lot. He's like, nerd.
Yeah, you fucking loser.
Do you even have
Yo,
social interactions?
what are you on Twitch?
It's
And
just,
I'm like, yeah,
mocking
I
you.
am. How about you give me your prime sub, please? I need money.
And he's like, sending you the SpongeBob mocking meme. I'm on Twitch.
Yeah. Oh man, that'd be great.
It's totally it. Did you think they would just come down and shit talk you too?
No, I mean, like, look, would I want them to? Yeah, because I think it'd be hilarious. Like, I would love aliens to just show up and be like, "What's up, motherfuckers?" Just like the cockiest motherfuckers, but they have the proof to back it up to be that
Yeah.
cocky and,
Yeah.
and arrogant. I don't think that's how it would go. I mean, it might be closed minded, but I think it'll either be them showing up and either being, I don't want to say incredibly violent, but very aggressive, or it'll be them just being like, "Yes, we are here." It'll be like a Reddit AMA. Ask me anything, you know?
They
And
come
like, we'll
down
be
for
taking questions for an hour, and at the end, they're like, "Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. We gotta go back home.
they're
We're
like, "What
still trying
happened?"
to catch up on Big Bang Theory and prove and just go over all the things that are utterly fucking wrong with it."
They're like, "We're having a seminar. Lunch is provided."
But then, okay, so then we flip the script, right? And we're like, "Okay, now you guys ask us stuff." And they're like, "Why do you have laugh tracks in everything that isn't funny?" And we'll be like,
No clue.
"No idea."
Sorry,
Just to
bro.
try and make it funny, you know? Like, we want people to laugh along with it. It's
They're
a
like
way to trick the trick the consumer to think that it is funny when it really isn't.
they're
I'm
like, "You
like,
know that doesn't work." Right.
yeah.
Yeah, well, we're just gonna keep trying it.
Maybe they'll come to like, because maybe they'll come to people like us then. Just be like, you guys make sense. You guys know what's up." And they'll be like, "You wanna hang out?" I'll be like, "Fuck yeah, man, let's go."
You ever had a beer?
I'm like, "Can you take us to In and Out?" And he'll be like,
So
"Absolutely." First of all, he's like, "Second of all, you're paying." And I'm like, "Fuck, fine." You know, I
he's
have to
like
buy like 30 aliens fucking animal style burgers and fries.
he's like fucking with you. He's like, "No, we can't. We don't have
Yeah,
technology."
he's like, "We can't
He's
make
like,
it."
Just fucking with you, dude.
Yeah.
Get in."
Oh, anyway, I want aliens to show up.
You're like, "Hey, you want to go out and do some binge drinking?" They're like, "Yeah, we heard you guys talk about those natties. We try
Yeah,
that."
he's
And
like,
you're
"Can we
like,
try it?" And I'm like, "Do you really
You
want
really?
to?"
You sure?"
Yeah. What if, in all honesty, for some reason, this podcast is more popular right now amongst aliens? And they're just like, "Yo, those guys fuck.
Definitely.
They definitely fuck." And then they show up and they're like, "He fucks. That guy doesn't, though." And I'll be like, "You're right." Anyway, In
They're
and
like,
Out.
"Wait."
Can we please go? Like, come on.
They're like, "Yeah, you sad sack of shit.
Yeah.
Get in."
Like, all right, fine.
All
Uh,
right, I'll go with, I guess.
Fuck, I was gonna say something. Oh, so but because like just on the alien talk in general, I told you my ex did not like talking about it. It freaks her out entirely.
All right.
Some people are terrified of just talking just about space in general. Like, I
Yeah.
wasn't just about aliens.
Well, that's because they
I
don't
would
like.
do it to get her worked up though, because I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, because you think it's funny.
Yeah.
Well, some people just don't like the thought of there being things that they don't know.
Yeah, it's shit they don't understand. I get that. I don't
Yeah.
understand math. I'm not afraid of it though.
Do you want me to start throwing numbers out and see if any of them scare you?
You'll get the same blank stare I'm giving you now. I'll be like, whatever. You'll be
Those
like, "Do
just
that
mean
equation." I'll
numbers.
be like, "Fuck you. I'm gonna keep eating my jelly beans."
See you in school, and they're like, "You gotta finish your math homework." And you're like, "Well,
No.
I'm finishing these
Yeah,
jelly
yeah.
beans."
Bill, I'd be like, "I have a math test in front of me and I have jelly beans. Which one do you think I care about more?"
You're like, I'm only doing the math if we get that ice cream when I'm done."
Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna have enough time to talk about participation awards.
No, probably not. Aliens gonna be handing them
I
out like
mean, if
candy,
we
though.
could do another episode after this, but it's almost 5 o'clock.
Yeah, no, we should do
Next
some more
time.
later.
Next time
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about how you should stop uh gaslighting your children pretty much.
yeah,
Stop telling them, like, don't stop telling them that they can do whatever they want when they grow up. Be realistic about it, though.
don't inflate their egos.
Yeah. And stop be like, dude, if that team came in last during soccer season, they don't get anything.
Yeah, they sucked.
They don't even get the fucking orange slices. Okay? It's because you're feeding into it. It's bullshit.
You
But
get
we can talk
yeah,
about that more on another one.
yeah, that'll work. Work.
Okay.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do, pig. Well,
Well,
this has been fun. Quick shout out, obviously, RIP DMX.
yeah,
I wanted to say that on the last one. I also wanted to say on the last one, congrats to Max Verstappen on winning a Mola F1 today. I woke up early specifically to watch that. Mercedes can suck a fat one. Itch. Yeah, you don't watch F1. I love it. I think it's great. But
uh, sometimes I will.
this season, at least the I think for the next few years, it's actually going to be really, really good because you have a lot of the older drivers retiring and making their
Yeah,
way
phasing
out.
out.
And now you have Verstappen who's 23, you got Charles Leclerc who's 19. You have a bunch of like a bunch of the newer generation young kids coming in, and they are fucking shit up, man. It's impressive. Like Verstappen is
See, I
great.
just I don't know. Right, I get it. I'm a motorsports fan for
Yeah,
sure. Like NASCAR, never get into it.
it's boring.
Formula racing, yeah, I can watch sometimes. But I don't like get into it. It's almost because I think I like watching the grassroots racing more.
That's fine. Yeah, I mean, dude, to each their own. Again, different strokes for different folks.
Well, it's very true, but it's I get it. You're a pro and you do it for a living, but I like watching the dude that's willing to destroy his shit just because.
I mean, look,
I feel like there's
I
more
don't
to lose that way.
disagree. Kind of. There's a lot to lose in F1.
Well,
I
yeah,
would suggest and all like if you have time, sit down, watch on Netflix. It's called Formula One Drive to Survive. There's 3 seasons. It pretty much covers 2018, 19, and 20. And these guys they have a lot to lose. Just because they don't wreck almost daily
yeah.
doesn't mean that they don't have shit to lose.
Well, I get
You
that.
know,
You know,
the money behind it, the money and the politics behind Formula One is
insane.
it is, and until you truly even hear about just some of it, because that it doesn't cover even a quarter of it. But it's interesting shit. It's like if these guys don't make it in the top 10 for a race, they run the risk of having their contract ended,
Yeah,
and then if no one else signs them, they're out of F1. Because that's the biggest thing with Formula One is like there are only at most 20 spots. There's 20 seats. So these 20 drivers are statistically and talent wise the best drivers. And if they can't prove that, they're
yeah,
gone.
you're out.
You're
You're
gone.
gone.
So I think there's a lot more on state on the line. And it's interesting to try and to follow. But
Yeah, I know what you mean.
again, it's not for everybody. It's very
Yeah,
bougie. It is a bougie fucking uh
we just gotta make it.
lifestyle.
We gotta make it rich, and then we'll just go get the box
Okay,
seats.
so get this. Okay, fun fact before we end. I think they're going to do Texas this year, but starting next year they have a 10-year contract in Miami. I'm going, Troy's going, and our buddy Casey's going.
We're gonna go to
We're going to
Miami, and
fucking Miami for the F1 race.
well, they have them in towns, right?
Yeah. Like,
So
dude, because like the ones I'd give a shit to go about or to go to, obviously now would be Miami. I'm not making it to Texas this year. It's in October. I could probably go, but who the fuck knows where we're going to be with all this COVID shit.
yeah,
But then next year, I want to go to Miami. And then at some point, not gonna be till I probably retire. And I hope that shit's still going. But Monaco.
oh, Monaco, for
Monaco
sure.
is the one to
Yeah,
go to.
but I'm saying like if it comes to Miami, if because it's in town, right?
Yeah.
We just get like a really sweet like penthouse
Oh, we're going. Yeah.
with
No,
a
we
sick
have
view
to.
of it.
Yeah. Like if we all pool enough money in for our tickets, or even just like, yeah, I mean, if we can find like a hotel that kind of like how Monaco's set up where it overlooks
Yeah,
the
because I think
the
that would
actual
be
track.
the coolest way to watch
Perfect.
it.
Those prices are gonna be fucking skyrocketing though.
Yeah, but if we all split it and a couple of us sleep
Yeah.
on cots and be all right.
Yeah. But anything you want to add before we go? All right. Check us out on Discord, Twitter, Facebook. We are on Spotify. We're on Apple Music. You can find us at Sci-Fi Podcast, SIFY Podcast on Twitter and Facebook. And I don't know. I mean, if you look up on Spotify and Apple Music, you can either type in some of the
No, you can find us now with our name.
just We'll Say It For You.
Yeah,
Okay, I was
yeah.
gonna say, I think
Yeah, it finally went through. It popped up.
okay, perfect. Yeah, so just search We'll Say It For You on everything, and we should technically pop up. This has been fun. We will hopefully be back actually sooner, and hopefully with the new setup that we're gonna try, we'll have more episodes out almost weekly. Peace out.